All right. Whoa, hold on, something's happening. Whoa, what have I done?
Off to a solid start.
Oh, it was a good start, and then now it's just not a smooth stream if you're not stuffing up. Shush, be quiet. There we go. All fixed.
What's
up, everybody? Oh, that was
got away
real...
with it too. I don't even know what happened.
Oh, that was a proper...
amateur.
Oh, mate. Look, the chat's already coming. April, how are you? Gentlemen, how are you guys? Let's go around the room, and we will stop out on our special guest for this evening. That's unfair, Brent. You don't want to unsubscribe, man. Come on. That's the second time you've had a dig at me today. Let's fix these cameras up so we all look a bit closer.
More.
All the way from New Zealand, between the bricks, our regular funny man jokester. How are you, buddy?
What's up, peeps? Oh, look, Doc Sampson's in the chat. Oh, it was the feature of his video this morning. Thanks for that. Not.
Did you get to be a little puppet as well, or you just had to be you?
No. He featured our stream from Saturday because it was a little. It was just a bit of a truth bomb.
Fair enough.
Michael, Jason, hey.
Michael, Jason, Aprilson. Bilsy, how you been, buddy? Good. You got your Wild West already and starting to collect?
Mate, I haven't even started. As soon as we finished streaming the other night, I went straight back to Pirate Island. So Wednesday night, we'll get back into the Wild West.
I can't reach it from sitting here. I've built a court. I'm getting into it, so slowly getting there. Mr. Cheap Jokes with the funny jokes about all the Looney Tunes over the last week. I'm loving it. How are you?
Yeah, good. Went to my first Lego convention in well over a year this weekend. So that was fun.
Where's my phone? I screenshotted the best photo ever. People, and this is the best time that I can show this. I'm going to put myself on full screen.
Oh, gosh.
Where's my screen? This. No, trust me, it's worth it. Guess who dressed the same?
Oh, that is tragic.
What a legend.
A bit of twinning. That's fine.
So good. Doc, it was tough whittling down a 25-minute conversation to 6. Dan, April, and Brian. Amanda, what's up? And they're obviously chat. Hey, this better not be shoes. No, Brent, I might show you shoes later, but we're not talking about that at the moment. We're talking about the dude in the center of the screen. His name is Riley, all the way from Colorado in the US. Some will know him as Brick Architecture on Instagram or Brick Science on YouTube. Welcome, buddy.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
No, it's good to have. We haven't had a proper decent guest in quite a while, so you've been chatting on and off. Well, some people miss, and some people.
Every other guest we've had in the last 5 weeks is just sitting there going, "Fuck Bilsy."
I was trying to have a dig at. To be honest, I was trying to have a dig at Brent. Just to
not to mention those of us that are regular guests, obviously we don't count for shit either.
Guests. It's co-hosts. You aren't guests. Fine, we'll still like this then. Here, we'll just leave like this. We'll just talk and we can just all watch Riley like this.
It's crazy. It's like I do that like most of my work days.
April, Andrew said your Wiley creator running pick on Instagram was good. Actually, I got to agree with her. That pick was it's probably one of your best photos in a long time. Just saying.
Oh, thanks. Let me share the behind the scenes of that one real quick. I just had some trees on a base plate that I was like moving quickly to get the blur.
I don't have it up. I was going to quickly go to it and pop it in. So for those, let's just get a quick, a quick rundown from you, Riley. We'll talk about your brick science and we'll talk about brick architecture page as well. Give us, your 60-second spiel if someone asked you, what do you do on YouTube?
Okay, so I have a YouTube show where I build where I design in real time crazy Lego inventions that hopefully end up working. by the end of the video, I guess. So I start this timer right above me, and I design it live from my set. I cut it together, and then essentially hope it works and hope people enjoy it. So it's been doing it for a little over a year last month, and so it's been going pretty good. Pretty happy.
A year last month, and then we'll get to some of your videos and some of your amazing builds, because some of them are actually mind-blowing, crazy, especially the speed that you do build them. Doc, I'm waiting for Brick Science to build Lego shorts that he can wear for a hashtag short video. That's actually pretty funny.
That's a decent idea. I'm not gonna lie.
He's gonna write there.
Might be kind of painful, but
hey, it'll still work. So recently, Riley has made a puzzle set. For those out there that might follow a few different channels on YouTube, there's a guy called Chris Ramsay from Canada. Amazing puzzle solver YouTube guy. I'm going to play the intro of this, and man, he did a wicked job making an intro of this set. So I'm going to play so you guys can watch what Riley built. So Riley built this Lego. It's pretty much the head of Chris, and the puzzle's in the head and the hat. But when you see this, I guess, intro video that Chris made, and this guy goes into town when he does his video intros, like full cinematic stuff, you'll see what I mean. Let's check it out.
I hop out the car, leave the motor running. Why you always talking like you know something?
Yo, what's up? Welcome back. Today, really cool.
Anyway, I'll just cut it there because he goes back and forward. But so Chris, this guy, 5.5 million or 6.5 million followers, subscribers, absolutely kills it. And a few people are sending some Lego videos, and he obviously goes nuts. Guys, go and watch that one. So Riley's built this head out of the Lego and the cool things and the tricky stuff that it does. What made you go the puzzle route for this guy, for this one?
Well, it was a combination of a few things. I was at the end of last year, I was trying to continue the growth spike because I had done some Among Us videos, and my goal was to just really kind of like finish out the end of the year strong. So I was watching YouTube, and I saw his old Lego puzzle videos, and I was like, man, that'd be so cool if I could send him a Lego puzzle and just see. So I literally emailed him. I was just like, hey, my name's Riley. At this point, I had like 6,000 subscribers, so it wasn't, a whole lot. But within 10 minutes, he emailed me back. He was like, oh yeah, that would be awesome. And so I was like, no way. Chris Ramsay emailed me back because
this is even before you built. Was this even before you built any sort of puzzle or anything for him?
Oh yeah, no. This was months before, because I was just curious, like if I would build him something, would he actually feature it and give me credit?
Surely that's got
how much that works.
As soon as someone like on that level says yes, then surely you would have went into panic mode, like, oh, what am I going to do now?
Oh yeah. I was in a group call with a couple of my YouTube Lego friends, because we do those like every Saturday, and I was was like, what do we do? One of my friends, Anthony, actually had the idea. He was like, what if you made like his head, made that puzzle? And I was like, man, that's a stupid idea. I don't like that very much. I can't build his head. And then a couple of weeks later, I was just like, actually, maybe there's something to that. So I had like prototypes, and I was just trying to make it look like him. Everybody says it looks like Heisenberg from Breaking Bad, and I'm just like, man, I didn't watch much Breaking Bad, but everybody's like, oh, it's Heisenberg, and so
it kind of does.
A time period.
I can see that.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I intended to make it look like him, but I don't think he caught on to that very well. But there was a time period where he actually changed the title, Breaking Bad Lego Puzzle with a question mark, and I was just kind of like, I guess, but yeah, it was a quite a long period of time from when I sent it out to when it actually was uploaded. So I didn't even know it was going to be uploaded.
And then the next minute, your YouTube channel next minute hits 30,000 subscribers.
That was crazy.
Damn.
I did not
bad. Not bad. Now we just now us four, we just got to work out how to make a puzzle to get our stream channel up.
Yeah.
So Riley,
I was going to say, could we do Miller's question here? No, I want Miller's question, so I want to add to that. So, like as a YouTuber, like it's hard to get space to film in. I mean, all of us, we're just in our Lego rooms here. Looks like you got a fair bit of space there. You've got great camera setup, great lighting. What kind of room is it? Is it like a bedroom? Is it a basement?
So yeah, this is my basement. Well, this is my parents' basement. I'm 17, turning 18. So when I started building, when I started brickitecture even a couple of years ago, I was just on my desk. I had these drawers behind me, but they were just kind of like stacked, as drawers are, as Lego offices are. That was in my room, which is over there. So that's where I do my editing. I kind of split it, so I have an office over there. This is actually like curved. Like I put in some boards, pretty much built a stage set just to kind of give it the illusion that it's,
it works well. It works very well.
It's really an illusion because when I'm in here, it's just like, hey, I'm in my basement, but everybody else is just like, oh, Brick Science Studio. It's like, yeah, I don't want to break the illusion.
Camera pulled out. If the camera pulled out any further, all the illusion would be gone, right?
Yeah, there'd be like ceiling and stuff, but like.
So how many cameras have you got set up when you film?
Right now I'm running 3. So I got top down, side view, and main camera, and hoping to add a few more. I've been doing some fun stuff with like GoPros, experimenting. I haven't put it in the video, but GoPros in the drawers and stuff, just to kind of make it a little more interactive, just more eye candy for people to enjoy. Like, that's what's in there.
And is it just yourself? You press record and then just go for it?
Yeah. It's just me. Yeah, I press record and then hopefully it goes well. Since I added the timer, a lot has changed. And before that, it was just I build it and hope it doesn't take more than a couple hours. But the timer, that was really cool, kind of updating from Brick Science 1.0 in 2020, kind of going Brick Science 2.0, changing the set a little bit, making it look a little cleaner, and then adding the clock. Because it's like you hear the ticking and you're like, man, I've been building for a while now. I wonder what time it is. And I've gotten to the point where I can actually know in my head, if I hear the tick of the clock, I'm like, oh, that's 2 hours. It has like a different noise. But yeah, the projects are taking longer and longer every time, which is fun. But,
yeah, the one I watched earlier, it was, I think you're up to 10 hours at one point. So are you recording for the full 10 hours and you've got to cut that down to 15 minutes or whatever?
Yeah, a lot of that footage just gets condensed into time lapses just because I don't have too much time to edit it. And also a lot of it's just me trying to think really hard, like, oh crap, how do I do this? And my headphone just died. Give me 1 second.
The worst thing would be to go through the 15 hours of footage to find the good bits and the bloopers. Like, that'd be the pain.
Yeah, that's the thing. You kind of want to be noting down the good time codes in a way just to save yourself some time. But 10 hours is a lot of editing.
Yeah, I condense a lot of it, and then sometimes I'll like make notes like when things happen because the clock's kind of nice now. I'm like, oh, at this point, I did a shout out, or it broke, and I wanted to get that on camera. Like in the music bottles video, there was a point where I was holding the whole contraption I built, and I was stupid, and I pushed the button to turn it on, and it started spinning really fast, and I was like, oh crap, that wasn't supposed to happen. And it just took another hour, 2 hours to actually rebuild it. But that's kind of the fun part of just being in the studio and having the cameras going, is that it tells sort of the story of what happens, whether it breaks or it works, which is rare.
Yeah, that's the joy of not having an instruction and just building it. I just got a message from Bjorn from was it the Netherlands Lego Masters? I think he was in. Mm-hmm. Say thanks to Riley from me. Without him, I couldn't have even started on this work in progress. And then he sent me this sphere.
Oh, that's a beautiful helmet.
So, helmet. Talking about helmets, so let me share another video. Hopefully the sound's on better this time. Let me go this one and go here. All right.
Oh goodness, this is a throwback.
I'm still thinking on my end. I think my end's freezing up.
It's a good internet night here in Australia.
Oh, look how young you are, man.
Oh gosh, you know, there's so many videos
go.
like this that got privated.
No, unprivate them. You got to own the history of the channel.
Check it out though.
You've got to own where you started from, man. It gets you where you're going.
That was crazy though. That was the most unexpected thing ever. My videos would get like under 100 views, and then one day that one just popped off, and I was just like, "What?" Man, that's really what started it all, though. Is that one helmet inspired me to make other helmets, like the Iron Man one and Star-Lord.
So talk about Iron Man. I mean, your Iron Man helmet is pretty wicked, and then this thing obviously is a fairly recent video.
Came out, but we'll put that back where it goes, and it will.
And how cool is this motion?
Look pretty awesome. So you guys saw how it works. Pretty simple, but I'm going to show you again right now. As you can tell, I hit this button down here. This lever swings up, and then it touches my hand. As soon as it does, it turns on. There's just a piece of foil on the back. When I touch the foil, it turns on and off. Pretty simple. So when that touches my hand, it turns on like that.
So this works freaking pretty cool, well. Man.
I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I'm not sure if I want to take this piece of plastic off.
And then you go on and it's like, yeah, but like, you know, from the Iron Man helmet now to, you know, you got your hand piece. What's next? What's your next, other than your shorts for your hashtag shorts? What's the next wearable?
I got so many plans. Really just fitting all these things into like a suit I can wear. Back in 2019, I actually had a full-size Lego suit of armor. I don't know, you guys might, it was like the Atom suit. You might have seen it on my Instagram or whatever, but I built it based on the suit from DC Legends of Tomorrow, and it was just for looks, because I tried wearing it and it didn't quite work. But I'm hoping once I get all this stuff together, like this is wearable enough to you know, work to an extent, and then kind of combining all that stuff, making it all pneumatic with like a backpack. That's mostly pretty much my plan. So hoping that all goes well, and then I got some other video ideas.
So it doesn't end like you got some like the helmet idea, just sticking with the different styles of helmets. Like obviously you found your in this set sort of a niche, and then you're absolutely nailing it.
Thank you.
I'm just trying to find the suit you were talking about. There you go.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I actually designed that entire thing in Bricklink Studio, and then exported all the parts, bought the parts, and then realized there were some things I didn't quite think over in the studio. So it was fun to reassemble that.
No, there's some really, really wicked stuff here. Have you pushed much stuff other than obviously your insane popularity with the Among Us thing? So I think I was looking before at the video. Yeah, and 500,000 views on all your Among Us stuff. Have you got sets and design that you've pushed in through to IDs yet?
I haven't really. I haven't had very good luck with ideas. Like one of the first things I ever built was like a truck. It wasn't like a regular truck. It was like a custom space truck. And I don't know. I've tried posting a couple things, but it's not really, don't have the feels for it. I'd rather create stuff and then just inspire other people. But maybe someday there will be a set or something I make that'll be like, hey, I'll put this out there, see if people like it. And if they do, hopefully maybe it'll become a real set. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, you look especially now, you look at a lot of the guys that are pushing some of the sets that you just, personally, I just look at and like, man, you know, why are you doing that for? But because they've got such a good social media base, they're hitting 10K mark really, really quick. You know, sometimes that popularity, I guess, blinds decent builds, which sucks. But, you know, you're definitely on the way, you know, you're powering through now. I guess since the Among Us stuff, since the Chris Ramsay things, are you getting any people hitting you up now for commissioned work?
I had a message in my Instagram inbox the other day. This girl was like, hey, my boyfriend and I watched your puzzle video. Could you like make one? Could I buy a puzzle off you to give to my boyfriend? And I was just like, man, they have no idea how much work went into that puzzle.
Yeah.
Like legit a month. of not even recording videos, just working on the mechanics for that puzzle. And so, yeah, I've had a lot of a lot of people who are just like, "Yo, that's cool. Can you teach me?"
Huh.
It's just it's been crazy, and it was the most unexpected thing ever. I'm just super blessed that that actually went through, because that was truly a God thing.
Dude, you were still climbing before that video anyway. You know, it's just that guy, it's come out of the Lego world and taken you into his kind of, you know, fan base, which is pretty awesome.
Where are you learning all these mechanics? Is your dad in that world, or your mum, or are you learning it from someone?
I do have a mentor, Astonishing Studios on YouTube. My friend Marcel, when I started the show, he actually reached out to me, and he was like, "Yo, if you ever need help with YouTube, hit me up." And I was like, "Dude, you're like one of the reasons I started YouTube." And so it kind of helps me, along with like my friend Anthony, who does Lego Wiz 777 on YouTube. They'll give me ideas, and Caleb, and you know, they just pass me ideas, and I'll kind of pass it back and forth with them, and they help me through mechanism issues, because I'm all about mechanisms, but some of them.
Okay, I'm going to pause you right there. Perfect timing, perfect segue. This thing's awesome. This is, and I haven't seen the video for this, but I know you have a video, like you're hitting one of your mates, I think, or someone else in one of the videos with it.
Yeah, poor Jaden.
Yeah.
So
what made you?
What's the part number of the red bit on the front?
That's custom. The main inspiration behind that just came strictly out of my head. I was honestly just thinking it would be cool to have like one of those, I don't know, like Inspector Gadget. You know how he's got all those cool gadgets and stuff? I didn't even watch that much Inspector Gadget, but there's just this image in my head of like a boxing glove with a spring on it. And I was like, man, that's got to be from something, right? And I couldn't remember what it was from. So I was like, you know, I got to build this, because I bought all these Technic pieces, and it'd be cool. And I was so ready to give up halfway through that video, because nothing was working. And this happens all the time. Like even with this thing, nothing was working. So I was just like, oh man, this isn't going to work. I'm going to have to like start shooting another video quick. But I powered through. I persevered. I finally got a working model. I did have to make a little like adjustment to the plan, but like sometimes you have to do that so other things will, you know, work.
He's always going to need adjustments and changing.
Never
stuff.
give up your dream, but maybe adjust it just a little if you have to. But
so now that, and I know I keep going back to it because I'm mind blown by it, and I love Chris Ramsay. Goonies, Jason's saying it must be from.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it is in the Goonies. The little inventor kid has the boxing glove come out of his jacket at one stage, and he punches himself in the head with it because it's cross-wired.
Oh, interesting. I'll have to go look up a clip of that later. Yeah.
There you go. But yeah, so Chris Ramsay's pushed it onto you now, and I guess you left yourself open for the next puzzle to go twice as technical, twice as hard.
Oh gosh.
You set yourself a big standard, that's for sure.
I've dug myself a deep hole.
Yes.
No, I know the one thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to use as many gears, because those things will jam up at every opportunity. And that was the hardest part about making that. So, you know, it ships in the mail, doesn't break apart, and doesn't jam. And that was why he was having kind of trouble with it. I don't have an idea for the puzzle yet, but half of it may take place on the internet, like he suggested.
Yeah.
Not so I don't have to do the work, just because it was his idea, and it's a cool idea.
It is very cool. Talking about YouTube, who do you watch? What's your kind of go-to YouTube channel, or you know, what do you enjoy checking out?
Cheapjokes.com. I really
don't waste your time.
I mean, he was killing me. It's the perfect opportunity. One of my favorite YouTubers is actually Matthias, and I'm a huge fan of shows like Dope or Nope. Just like shows where it's like a couple cameras and they just do things, and it's just easy to watch. I don't know. I like Minecraft YouTubers, regular YouTubers, Lego YouTubers. You know.
Do you know iStream?
Really good show.
Have you heard of iStream? Does Minecraft?
I haven't. I don't think so.
No.
It
Well, there's
sounds a
one
little
for
familiar,
you.
actually.
Like he's like 3 million subscribers now. He's going crazy. I met him when he was at 100K, and it just like blew up. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
He's local. He's from around here.
So other than your sets that you design for yourself, or your mocks that you design for yourself, are you a set collector? Are you a theme collector? Do you like actually build anything official for yourself?
Man, that's a great question. I get a lot of people who ask me like, "What's your favorite set? What's your favorite theme?" And honestly, I used to buy like a ton of sets, just like whenever I could. I'd immediately scrap them after just for the pieces. I mean, sometimes I'll make some like smaller mocks and stuff for like minifigure scale mocks and stuff. And I used to do that a lot more, but I'm finding it just doesn't ring my inspiration bell when it comes to making brick science videos too much.
So there's nothing like like a one of the expensive creator sets or nothing like that comes out. You're like, man, I want to buy. That's kind of cool.
No, I would definitely want to buy some of the bigger like the TIE Fighter and like the X-Wing, just some of the cool sets and technique and stuff, so I could see how it works. Kind of get. Of
course, you went to Star Wars.
Yeah.
Actually, talking about new sets, Mr. Andrew, Cheap Jokes, how are the minifigs, the new Looney Tunes ones? You're on mute, mate. Come on. Rookie mistake.
Yeah, they're pretty good. I mean, you've got some pretty plain torsos, and it's all about the molded heads. But I mean, they're cool. It's a bit nostalgic. I don't know how did young people know who all these characters are. Like, yeah, I thought the last time they were in something was Space Jam in '96. So,
and the next time they're in something is Space Jam in 2 months
in 2021. Yeah. But yeah, providing kids know who they are, it's and it is good timing. Space Jam's going to remind everyone who they are anyway. So, yeah, they're not bad.
April, you know where it's at. So it was funny. G'day, Brucey. It was funny. I don't think Andrew must have missed it last week. Was it last week we're talking about the shoes? Yeah, it was. And Dan was like just burning and crying and. Get rid of them. They're crap. They're not even going to come in my size. Blah, blah. Well, they were released in Dan's size. Dan, I swear, if I had spare spending money, man, I would have bought you a pair. But unfortunately, I don't. I'm not on ambassador money like you used to. So,
mate, I don't get any ambassador money. And according to the internet, I'm not worthy of being in the land anyway. So,
some jealous people out there, huh?
Now, answer me this question.
Yep.
Well, I'll talk to you guys later. Answer me this question. Why are they $350 in Australia and New Zealand and only 160 or so in the US?
Don't know. Supply and demand. Ultra Boost, the shape that they are, the Ultra Boost, that is a more expensive style in the Adidas lineup. So maybe that could be, I don't know.
I just want to know why we get gouged for everything. That's all.
Well, I mean, Lego looked after us with the Chinese New Year sets.
Yeah, but these aren't from Lego. These are from Adidas, right?
Well,
200 US, which is equivalent to 285 New Zealand, and yet they cost $360 over here.
I heard there's some import taxes that have really jumped up on shipping crates that could be having a factor. Like it's gone up by 10 times. So maybe that's the thing. Every price is going to go up on everything.
You know what's actually really funny? I just looked under the tongue to see if it said made in China. It literally gives you the copyrighted, trademarked spiel from Lego.
Read it out. Okay. Which particular trademark?
Lego and the Lego logo are trademarks of
the Lego group.
Science. No, it turns into like French. I kid you not. Look. I'll see if I can show you. I'll go full screen. It literally turns into French.
Well, I'll keep reading.
Hold on. No, I'm not going to read it.
Why not?
Oh, look at
You
that. So
Lego and the
double.
Lego logo are trademarks de son des marques des commerces de Lego Group de 2021. The Lego Group, all rights reserved. Oh, that's actually in English. The Lego Group, all rights reserved to a div did once div with us.
Dan, you
Yeah.
make it sound so sexy.
But they are definitely better
Okay.
than they are way better than the first set for sure.
Less ugly.
And I
for sure.
do like that they have like little there's hidden Lego everywhere on these ones. Like down there, I was showing the guys before, the sole has all studs pattern down it, raised studs, and all the bricks are actually brick size on this one compared to the other one. I mean, is it worth double the money? If
I'm gonna message your wife, tell her to put some actual Lego in there. So when you're walking, you'll be like, "Oh, it's just the shoes. They're so comfy. It's so good, guys."
Because he won't admit he was wrong.
Sure.
No, he won't. No.
I'm gonna resell them. No, Doc. I'm not even. They'll probably go literally. They'll go into a shoebox and probably hang on the wall. To be honest,
Yeah,
but
if I got them, I'd wear them, man. I'd be wearing them.
Yeah, what's the point?
there might be a one-off here and there where I wear them.
I have some Nintendo Vans that I don't wear. They sit in my bedside table and they look pretty.
Oh, so the thing that none of you guys
not even
saw
when
that
you're
I
doing a
showed-
back forward high kick, you'd put them on.
I wore them to the Lego store on the day I picked up my NES. So that was the last time I wore them.
Here's the tissue paper that comes in the box too. How cool
I do like this.
is that? I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
They're not even on the New Zealand Adidas website.
Do you get a Lego shoehorn?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a friend slide.
Finally, a use for the friend slides.
That's funny, Bilsy. It's a 3 times size brick separator.
Not even.
Yeah, no, they are good. Talking about clothes and I guess Lego and stuff. Riley's got a good collection of some. So you got your hands on a lot of the Levi stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a. It's actually over there. I got a Lego hoodie with.
Yep.
You know, the only hoodie they made.
As
far as I know. But I was super excited when I got that, and it's actually really warm. Like
the hoodie isn't too bad. I mean, I bought the bag, and I don't know what I think about that friggin' bag. Just fits my phone. But
I remember that. I remember you shared that, and I was like, it's so sad.
Yeah, the hoodie. How much is the hoodie over there?
I think I got it for 80 over here.
Yeah. See, once again, like you said, Dan, we get price gouged so hard.
Yeah,
those Lego Ultra Boosts aren't even on the Adidas website, so
for New Zealand.
No.
So what did you say? 80 for the hoodie?
I think so.
It was like 200 and something here, wasn't it?
I found a reselling one for 240, but yeah.
Really?
That's
they were all on
insane.
sale, weren't they?
I know the hoodies and something else didn't go on too cheap, and then Australia never got that double bag thing.
No.
Double bag thing.
Yeah, I don't know what you would call it. You know, have you seen it? It's like a I don't know what you would call it. No, but it's like two of them, and you wear it like suspenders.
Yeah, if you were like wanting to get beaten up, it's the kind of thing you buy and wear. So.
It was really weird.
It was weird.
And they were denim too, I think, from memory.
So
I'm glad you didn't double denim like a few people online have. That's quite embarrassing. Who was it that done that? Oh, Manny from
Jay did it. Jay did it, didn't he?
Did he?
I think he did it full. He did it with his Adidas sneakers and like the full getup. As a joke, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah. Manny did it too. That wasn't a joke. I'm just trying to find because I'm sure there was a white jumper or hoodie as well that was quite neat that come out with them.
Yeah, there was a white hoodie.
Yeah. No, I can't find it anywhere now. I'm looking online.
That's
Andy,
the one you got.
$20 on a Star Wars fig. Good on you. So, do you have any other hobbies, Riley, other than obviously, your Lego? You know, is there anything else you're into? Are you gaming, or are you a shoe collector, or?
I do like playing Minecraft. I play Minecraft with a couple friends, and I enjoy, I don't know, just any really form of content creation. So if I can like do Photoshop or Adobe Illustrator, pretty much. I make pizzas for my other job. So I work part-time at a mobile wood-fired pizza company. So it's kind of cool. I've made over 40,000 wood-fired pizzas since I was 12, pretty much. So
you said portable. So have they got like the full stone concrete situation on the back of the trailer?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we have a portable oven. We tow it around. We actually converted an RTD bus into a food truck, and so we pulled that on the back. So when I'm not building Legos, I'm spinning pizzas in the oven.
Legos! You said the Legos.
And Legos.
So you would have attended some pretty epic events then.
Yeah, we've done some fun rodeos and stuff like that. Did the 4th of July a couple of years. That was crazy. That's like the most we ever sold. Most pizzas I've ever cooked in a night was like 330 or something crazy. It's like, wow. That was very tough.
We'll have to invite him over for like Brickvention. Come and cook the pizzas while you come to our exhibition.
Throw it across the ocean.
I do like a wood-fired pizza.
Oh wait, that's grey.
Do you keep all the stuff you build? Are you keeping it, or do you dismantle so you can reuse the parts?
So half the stuff I keep, and half the stuff I take apart. That sounds kind of like, I don't know. I'll tell you this. I have a big pile I took off my desk earlier of builds partially destroyed from last month that I have to take apart, resort, recycle. These drawers are actually all full. These aren't just for show. These actually, here's my little green 1x1 cheese slopes, I guess. But I have to resort those projects, at least the ones that I don't want to keep. Like I know I want to keep this thing, kept this thing around. And then my last video that wasn't a short, I had the mask here that doesn't really work with the hat, but I'll try it anyway, like that. But I just want to keep some stuff, like the coolest stuff I make. But if you have to, you gotta take it apart, recycle it, rebuild, reuse. There's a jingle in there somewhere.
You can make one up.
There's your opening title sorted.
Use your music bottles to give you the music to the tune. What have you started building that hasn't made it to YouTube or Instagram that you wish did?
Fail videos.
Yeah. So I counted them up, planning on making a video soon. 10 projects I worked super hard on that didn't work. The most recent one, I wanted to learn to play the recorder. So I built
who honestly wants to do that? Seriously.
Exactly. But hear me out. I built a robot that fingers the recorder. So all I have to do is blow into it, hands free. And I programmed the song into it, and it just, in Star Spangled Banner. But that didn't work very well. So I had to take that apart. Spent a good couple of weeks on that. But I still have all the footage of where it failed and stuff. So I think that's kind of part of the creative process. So I'd like to share that with my audience, just so they understand that it's not all smooth sailing and bottle tapping. And
no, it's because you tried the wrong anthem. See, if you tried the Australian anthem, it would have worked.
Sure, that's it.
You'll have to for sure plan to come over. 1 year when COVID's not a thing, and you can make it happen and come down.
That would be so fun. What's the biggest brick convention in Australia that happens every year?
It's actually called Brickvention in January.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'd love
middle of summer. It's a great time to be in an un-air conditioned hall.
Oh, it's very hot. Very hot.
If you get a hot day in there, it's horrible. But it's a really good event. Like it's huge. They have like a fan day on the Friday where it's just the exhibitors and a handful of other people. So it's like super chilled out, and they've got like special talkers. Special
That's
guests
cool.
who do talks. And then you got the Saturday and Sunday with the crowd. But yeah, I think you'd be able to get a special guest pass for that one for sure. I'd love to see your stuff.
Oh, we'd make that. You'd make that happen, Andrew. Come on.
Oh, give me 5 minutes. It's done.
That would be so cool. Yeah, it's crazy because here in Colorado, this isn't close to like any of the major brick events or anything. So the one I was able to go to and actually display at was Brickfest Live 2018, and that's where I set up the suit. And I had these tubes made their origin, all black, and I had the helmets and the lights inside of the tubes. You can kind of see them. And then that was way before the set was built. My dad helped me build these, and then we had those all laid out. It was kind of like a mini museum. It was kind of cool. But yeah, that was a first for me. First convention for me.
So, talking about how you said you're from Colorado in the middle of the country, pretty much. There's a video here actually that was going to show before. You made the snowboard out of Lego wool. I mean, you put some base plates together to slide down the snow. See if I can get it to play smoothly, if it works smoothly.
Oh, stick. I don't want to run over the stick. Oh, God.
And it's funny that you mentioned that, oh no, such a dramatic response. You're saying before, like, the Brickvention gets that hot, and Grant in our chat, a guy from here, 100. So for you, in your talk, in your odd language, 100 degrees Fahrenheit will be the weather when you come here in January.
100 degrees?
Yeah.
Plus.
It gets hot, really hot.
Oh yeah, I just remember I'm doing something tough in January. Anything. It gets hot here. The hottest it's ever been in my lifetime is like 97, 98, and that was like in the summer.
So that's probably a normal day here, isn't it?
I'm so sorry.
Just go to Vegas first to climatize. By the time you get to Melbourne, it'll feel cool.
No, see, because Vegas heat is dry heat, not Australia heat.
It is dry heat, yeah.
All right, give us a look at it.
Good bit of flex.
Looks like mine and Kayla's bridge.
Yeah.
You guys would love to see all the scratches on this from going in the snow. It kind of makes me sad every time I look at it. You're just like I think that out, but it's possible.
You'd have to you could redesign that and put a really good mosaic in it.
Will it snowboard?
Not now.
They're just going to rebuild it now.
Oh,
who do we lose? Bilsy. Oh, no.
You'll I wonder. I suppose snowboard's different. You couldn't really make. Oh, you could probably do it for the sand dunes if you live close to sand dunes here. They fly down sand dunes on them plastic signs and stuff.
You guys are making me really sad.
You make us really cold. Well, that's what we were saying before when I was saying, we all live pretty close to, coastlines. How far would it take you to get to like a proper coastline, a proper beach?
Couple states, couple thousand miles.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, but we like going to Florida. Florida's our favorite beach.
Yeah, okay.
Colorado. Well, I can only speak for me and like my family. So I don't know who everybody else's favorite beach is, but
I love that it's funny that like you see like guys, especially like Colorado and all them central states is like our favorite beach is this one. But it's like a 7-day trip, and you've got to plan it a year in advance. And it's like,
I can see the beach if you're gonna go, you might as well go to a good one. Like you could take the short route, but you're already leaving the state. You might as well go the extra couple hundred miles.
It's only like 15 hours to San Diego or Los Angeles. It's not that bad. It's fine.
Yeah.
Where does April live, Dan?
Where is it?
Kansas, okay. And that's not really that's kind of landlocked too, isn't it?
Very much so.
There you go.
I think April's been to the coast twice in her lifetime.
What? How?
That is crazy.
I've done more of America than
like, we literally go to the beach every second and third day. Like, I could not live that far away.
How many states you been to, Riley?
Wow, let's see. 4. I think I've been to 4, but I've flown over many. So, if that counts.
Oh my God, I think I've done more of the states than you have.
I mean, I'm only 17 here, so.
Well, I mean, surely your touring schedule now should be starting to ramp up. You're starting to make a name for yourself in the community.
Yeah, you have to start traveling.
I hope so.
You know what you got to do, man? You got to start hitting up the conventions over there, like the big Philly brick shows and stuff, and be like, hey, yeah, dude, organize it. Hit the organizers up and tell them, hey, I've got this, and this is, and I guarantee half of them would have already heard of you and say, can we work a deal out? Can you accommodate me? Can we do? I'd be onto that, man. People would be loving to have you at their shows.
Yeah, get some accommodation and travel. Spend some of that pizza money.
Like I said before with Andrew, if COVID wasn't such a hardcore thing at the moment, you probably even could find eventually, because they bring people from America over here all the time.
Yeah, we had the what are they called? Beyond the Brick?
Yeah, Josh.
I love them.
Yeah, they came over. I mean, Dan didn't get paid, but Dan still comes over from New Zealand.
Dan came over. He's an international guest.
You don't know that I didn't get paid.
Oh, there you go. So Dan got paid and came over.
I didn't get paid.
Oh, now we know.
The payment was getting to hang out with us again.
Yeah.
It was a loss. It was very much a loss. It cost me a lot of money. It was wasted money.
No,
you're such a downer tonight.
It's not a waste.
You spent a weekend with us, bro. Come on.
4 days of my life I'll never get back.
You spent a weekend with us, bro. You went full into New Zealand Kiwi accent.
No. Brickvention is a really cool show. If you get the opportunity to come down for that one, definitely come down for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Miller was there. Actually, Miller was there. You know what? That was the highlight of the weekend.
Oh, come on.
Getting a selfie with Miller and Caitlin.
Yeah. Legends.
Did you, Riley, did you apply for Lego Masters?
I actually didn't. I was reached out to by casters in the first season, and I couldn't make that work. I was really pretty disappointed about that. And then the second season came around, and I also couldn't make that work. So I told them, please consider me for the third season when that happens, because I'll be 18 and things will clear up where I'll be able to hopefully make that work. But in the meantime, I'm here in my studio.
No, because by the time season 3 comes around, you'll be like, I'm bigger than Lego Masters. I don't need this.
Yeah. It'll be a loss.
Speaking of which, the ad for our season 3 was just on, and next Monday night.
Is it?
Monday night.
Sunday?
Sorry,
the boss lady just told me Sunday.
Sunday night. So that's not the Anzac Sunday, or it is the Anzac Sunday?
Did you say Sunday or Monday? Hang on.
Good chat.
Monday. Sunday.
It's one of the ones that ends in day.
Sunday. I'm getting yelled at by the editing department. Sunday, next Sunday, Lego Masters Season 3 Australia.
All right, I got a question. I got a question. What are the red and the blue things made of? Are they like big cardboard pipes that you've cut out and made into?
They are. Actually, the things, we got them at Home Depot. And it was my dad's idea to make, we literally just cut out, they are made of cardboard. I can't remember what you'd call them, but you pour concrete in them to make pillars.
Oh, yeah.
And so you just tear them off. But we cut cool shapes out of them. They used to each house a helmet, but then things were sold, things were broken. And now they're just, I got 4 of them in the set, 5 of them actually. And I extended these ones to the bottom to kind of make the set look a little cleaner. But yeah, pretty basic, just cardboard. I guess that's what that's called. Cardboard?
Yeah,
it is now.
Paint and cardboard. And I think it's blue and red. Couldn't decide which one was my favorite color. So
it's definitely your look, like you're known for that look now. So obviously Miller has asked us another question. Can imagine you build a lot of stuff to cater for your audience, but what do you like to build for yourself?
That's a great question.
That is a good question.
I honestly like creating replicas of things. Like I love creating helmets, obviously, but I don't know. I feel like I also put most of myself into the creations I build for YouTube, and I kind of try and find a balance of, okay, what do I want to make this week, but what will people want to see this week? And sometimes I just try and balance the two. But
what about before your brickitecture and brick science? What were you building for yourself?
Man, back then I was making like candy machines and just whatever I thought was cool on the internet. I was just like, man, I gotta try this. So I did some candy machines, did some safes, you know. I just really enjoy learning new mechanisms and ways that things work.
So do you looking at all your epic builds on Instagram, do you have like a box somewhere where minifigures go to die because you don't have any minifigs anywhere? Why hate on them?
You have a fair point. I don't know. I just have a sort of different. I do have a box. By the way, of minifigures and minifigure parts and stuff that I'll dig out of every once in a while. But I just find that I enjoy the realistic, like life-size. Not realistic, I guess, but
something different.
Scale.
Yeah, something a little different. I just enjoy this. I enjoy the system Lego's created. Just however I can use that to express my creativity. Sometimes that's in the form of, you know, minifigure scale stuff, but most of the time it's just like real stuff that serves a purpose, or like I can combine with real world items and mechanisms and stuff. So
how long before you start jumping into the Mindstorm side of making your stuff at next level? Or even have you gone into looking at Raspberry Pis or Arduinos yet?
I've thought about Arduino. I'm not quite smart enough for that. I'm still learning Mindstorms. I have a huge project planned where I'll need to upgrade my recording setup a bit, because it'll be literally hours upon hours of working to get it to work, I'm pretty sure. But I want to make a robot assistant that's capable of, it's just going to be an arm, right, made of Lego and Mindstorms, that's capable of moving a brick and placing it down on another brick. I don't know how long it's going to take, but yeah, I got to learn better how to use Mindstorms, because, you know, half the Mindstorms projects I've done already were partly programmed by my friends, because my friend Marcel knows what he's doing, and my other friends also know what they're doing. So I just trying to learn from them, and, you know, eventually I'll figure it out, I think. But
is that something to do with this one?
Yeah, that was a lot of the program, like if then and stuff.
Yeah,
that was done by Marcel from Astonishing Studios.
Very, very wicked. I mean, and then, you know, like there's a woman or a couple here that have built a mega size Hogwarts, and all the light. There's a lot of lights and movements in that, and it's all Arduino controlled, which is pretty cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah, not to the level of like big mechanical stuff like you've designed, obviously, but like, you know, there's a little. I think what is it, Bill? Harry throwing a wand and it lights up and flicks across the room, and you know, Donna's setup. There's some good stuff.
Yeah, quite a little bit, right? A lot of motion in there. That's all. Yeah, time.
More motion. Yeah, and you know, you find out, like, especially when we go to like a lot of Lego shows, the motion, the stuff that moves, the mechanical stuff, the motion stuff is what draws the massive crowds. You know, you might have one of the best displays, but if you've got a half, you know, crap display, it's got some cool movement, people are going to go for that movement. So I can imagine if you set up some of your, you know, whatever you've got left that you haven't destroyed in that room at a Lego convention, man, you would be popular from doors open till doors closed for sure.
Thanks, man.
Just don't let anyone wear that. Yeah, because that's the other thing, you know, the wear and tear of it. How long do they last? Have you had stuff break on you yet because of wear and tear?
Oh yeah. So you mentioned you didn't see the punching gauntlet video.
No.
Well, I'd recommend watching that. No spoilers, but it broke.
Okay.
I was actually in the short that followed. But if you watch both of them,
I will.
You'll understand. In my friend's face, that was a big part of it breaking. But
Miller again. Miller, you're on fire tonight. I love it, buddy. I remember you had a collaboration with the awesome mech builder Chubby Bots. Are you happy with what he did with your frame, and would you try plating it for yourself?
I am pretty happy with that. That was like one of the first collaborations I actually did. It's like, it's weird looking back at where I started, like over a year ago, because I didn't really know what I was doing. And so I messaged a couple people. I was like, hey, you want to collaborate? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, thank you. I'm a big fan of your work. And he was like, no way. Your stuff's pretty cool too. And I was like, wow, thanks, man. And it was an honor to work with him. And he built it up. I couldn't have done better. And also, I took the mech frame apart. I probably wouldn't have put more time into building it, just because like the mission statement of what brick science is kind of changed from where we started, which was more of
you got to evolve.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something like that. I don't know.
It's very, for those that don't know, it's almost 4 a.m. in the morning for Riley as well. So
I'm going strong here at 4 a.m.
You are powering on, but no, we will.
Wow.
We'll go around and see what we'll go around the guys and see what's going on for the next week. Anyone that is sitting in the chat that has a question for Riley when we come back around to him, let us know. But Andrew, what is coming up on cheapjokes.com this week? Anything exciting?
We'll hopefully have the contestants list for season 3, which is, as we just discovered, out on Monday. It's Monday, Bilsy, not Sunday.
Monday week,
so
yep.
have the bios of all the contestants, and I also have our mate Miller there with his partner Caitlin on Brick Banter on Sunday night, 6 p.m.
Very cool.
Look forward to that.
Mr. Dan, what are we looking forward for on yours? How's your Ecto 1 coming along? I can't hear you.
Oh, where's your audio, bro?
No audio.
Muted myself like a noob.
This guy.
I know, right? Sorry, getting it together. It's going good. It's about halfway.
Okay.
It's basically all the interiors done. I think I'm working on. I think the next step is to look at probably the bonnet and the top half of it. The rest of it's done mostly, so it's good. It's an epic build, man. Gotta say,
it was a fun build. Yeah,
good build.
Yeah. So other than that, nothing super special going on this week. Just another week in the BTB house.
Bilsy and myself, obviously, we. I don't know if you guys caught it on Wednesday. We are now doing a community collab for Wild West, so we're getting people to build anything, whether it's on a 8x8 plate or a full 32x32 plate Wild West. And then now that Lego conventions and Lego shows are starting again, we're going to dedicate a table for our, so come and add to the Wild West, each different show that we will travel around and go to. So
nice.
For those that are in the chat that are interested, make sure you do catch us Wednesday. We will talk more about that. So we got Henry's stuff and Cade's stuff, that they've already built, and we'll add that. So, by the end of the year, we turn up to a show, maybe Brickvention in January, we're going to have a full, you could have 3-4 tables worth of, and it might look absolutely like a piece of shit, but, it's still cool. It's a collab and everyone's in together. So,
whole desert worth of Wild West.
Yeah, we just got like 20 tan base plates with a few grass, dark brown grass and stuff.
Tumbleweeds, couple of
done. Yeah, and then we'll have like, the MGM casino in the middle of it. Look, we made Vegas.
Is that the only rule? Has to be a tan base plate?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. That's great.
You're going to be in it? You better be on it too, Andrew. We're gonna hold you to something now. And you've got till January at least before we come to Melbourne. So
Yep. It'll be a tan base plate with a vacant land sign.
All right. Now, before we ask Riley what's coming up for him, there is a question from Astonishing Studios in the chat. Marvel or DC, and why?
Ooh.
You've been
Great
put on the
question,
spot
Mark.
by your own buddy.
Wow. I'm going to get haters for this. I like Marvel better. Mostly just because, I don't know, it seems brighter and happier. I do like Batman. Like, nothing against Batman. I just prefer the MCU and the comics and the characters created by Marvel, just because, like, I don't know, they're more relatable.
You nailed it. No, but that's actually a really good point. Marvel is brighter and happier, hands down.
And then DC, you got Gotham, and it's still cool, and I still enjoy like watching the movies and the characters. But I think I'm still more true to heart Marvel fan.
Hey, first person, Jason, Marvel, right answer.
Yeah, Marvel is the right answer, so you're fine. That's all.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. So what is, I guess, for those that are hopefully jumped on and following you now, what is the next video you've got coming up?
So tomorrow or the next day, depending on how late I sleep in today and how much I edit, I'm building I already built a Iron Man helmet, a wearable Iron Man helmet that I could tease, but it might break as I carry it over because it had a structural flaw as I was shooting the last part of it. But it actually opens up, and the faceplate is pneumatic. So, Lego pneumatics. I finally figured out how to use those. So it only took me
Come on, give us a look.
17 years. You guys really want to see it?
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, we want to see it. Come on.
You can do it.
I'll bring it over here. It's like I got to attach 2 pieces.
You better
everyone press screen record.
You could imagine like this next video.
At least 15 seconds.
He's got, that's right. Yeah, he's got 30,000 subscribers, and he's about to ruin his next video because 3 Aussies and a Kiwi wanted to see something, a sneak peek of.
Hey, don't pull me into this. I never said anything.
You're here. You're all of it.
I've got a question though. What editing software do you use? Can you not hear us now?
I think you said, Riley, can you hear us?
Yeah. Sorry.
What video editing software do you use?
Final Cut Pro.
Oh, kicking it old school, just like me.
Yes, it is.
Whatever Andrew is the
iMovie.
Say again?
No, I was picking on Cheap Jokes saying that he uses iMovie.
My God.
Why Final Cut Pro over Premiere Pro?
What's that?
Why Final Cut Pro over Premiere Pro?
Honestly, it just renders faster. It's just like it renders as you're working, and it just seems to work better, in my opinion. But
there you go.
Might have to try it.
Oh, look at this!
There we go.
So we have here. This is called a pneumatic system. I bet you. You can correct me, but I have this little switch here and this little pump here. And if I switch this and pump this,
get out.
There we go.
Dude, that's cool.
Still fully wearable. You guys can see me wear it, I guess, in the video because I didn't do my hair today.
That's cool, man. Just watching that raise is awesome.
That's epic.
Thank you. Amazing. Took me almost 10 hours.
And then that in 10 hours is huge.
Oh, come on.
That's great. Oh my God.
That is insane.
Back to normal. But
nice work.
Thank you.
That's going to go off. That's going to be a popular one.
Yeah.
That was another one of those times where I was like, man, I give up.
There you go.
Well, hats off
10
to
hours.
you.
Yeah, that is cool. And I'm glad. Thank you for giving us a sneak peek of it, dude.
Hey, thanks for having me, dude. This was awesome.
No.
Great to meet you.
Really, really do appreciate you coming. Obviously, especially, the crazy time it is over there. And, you spent the full hour and we spent the full hour with people stuck around. So I appreciate everyone in. Next week, we will have the Brickman talking mainly to Dan because he's the only one that's really pushed the brick fit stuff. So, Dan, make sure you got a couple of questions at least for Brickman.
Bilsy, we've got Brickman on premiere night.
Yeah, what the heck?
I wonder if he's going to pull out.
That's what she said.
And on that note, people, we'll see you later. Brick Science is how you find him on YouTube. Brickitecture is on Instagram. Everybody will see you next week. Catch you all later.